What's up, people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Booth Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as your ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope you're having a great holiday weekend. It's a little cooler today. It's only about 78, 79 degrees, which is great. Fish are happy as can be. They're doing what they're doing, following me around the pond and getting fed. And I'm getting ready for our live stream, our Zoom in call Sunday. Keep forgetting that tomorrow's a holiday, so we got an extra day of just chilling, so to speak. Although I've got my Jalen Tolbert piece in here that's being cut, and then I've got some more pieces behind that I got to do because, let's face it, I never stop working. Weekends and holidays mean nothing other than it's just another day to try and leave my mark. So, as I was setting up today for my live stream coming up, I went out and I actually did a live stream test on the road. I got a new laptop last weekend because one of the problems I have is when I'm not home, I can't do the same thing. Well, come Wednesday night, we've got a family reunion part 2 of Rio and Cop Pizzle and Philly 500. And I'll be down working the country because I'm working on the Red Brick House. And the last time we had it, I couldn't stream it on my channel because I had to Zoom call it, and the laptop that I had wasn't powerful enough to do all that. Well, I got one that's powerful enough to do that and more, because literally I got myself a little Wi-Fi box that works off the cell signal, and I went to a park where I only had 2 bars of a signal and was able to live stream and do picture-in-picture and everything that I normally do for my studio. Yeah, it's portable. And that's where we're going to be getting ready to hopefully go to training camp. We're working out the details on that as we speak. But as I was going through and doing this stuff, I came across, one of those lists that said the one player that teams should consider trading right now. I said, okay, let's go through it and see who it is. Now most of the Dak haters say, trade Dak, because that's all I ever hear. Trade Dak. Their trading person was trade Zeke Elliott. I'm going to tell you why that's the stupidest idea in the world. Now, of course, that's great for shits and giggles or clicks. But here's the thing with Zeke. Zeke, right now, is in the last year of his guaranteed money. If they were able to find somebody to trade for him, it would save them $12.1 million this year. Okay, that's great. But we got $22 million sitting around right now that we're not spending. So us having $34 million, now granted they can roll that over next year and use it. But now you got a hole at running back. I know everybody's saying Tony Pollard, he needs to be the featured back and everything else. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is not a run between the tackles guy. See, people don't seem to understand. They look at the numbers, they say, oh, well, his numbers are better. There's a couple of reasons why his numbers are better. One, it's not the short yardage specialist. It's 4th down and 1, it's Zeke Elliott. He's not the goal line specialist. Zeke Elliott does that. And running those two things right there do bring down your total. But let's be clear here. Tony Pollard won't be able to hold up as the all-time back. He's not DeMarco Murray. Tony Pollard, if you'll remember, ended up tearing his plantar fasciitis last year. And if you think that Tony Pollard is ready to be the all-weather back to run between the tackles, outside, inside, and everything else, you're sadly mistaken. And here's the thing with Zeke Elliott's contract. At this point, because you've paid him all of the money that's guaranteed, come next year, you can redo his contract and make it team-friendly, in which case you'll be able to save money on the cap number. No guaranteed money. You can basically do like you did with DeMarcus Lawrence. You could say, here's the deal. You're older. You've made a boatload of money. The guaranteed money's gone. If you want to stay a Dallas Cowboy player, we got to do a team-friendly deal. You get yourself cap relief, You have a guy who wants to be here for the rest of his career, and you have a guy who is one of the best blocking backs in football. And I dare say on some of those blocks, if it had not been for Zeke Elliott and what he does, our quarterback would be dead. And I'm not saying that Zeke Elliott should be the highest paid running back in football just to take care of Dak Prescott's blind side. But what is that worth if you lose your quarterback? And I dare say that Zeke Elliott, the first half of the season, the first 8 games, was averaging 4.7 yards a carry when the offensive line was healthy and he didn't have a torn PCL. But hypothetically, let's say we did, and we followed all the advice that we always give with Cowboys, that they always give for us. Who are you going to put in there to fill for him? It's not like you have somebody on the roster that's going to. Second part of this is, nobody's going to trade for him for that contract. Sorry. You're not even going to find a trading partner. That's just another case of where, let's throw some crazy shit out there so people will talk about it. And here I am, I've fallen for the trap I'm talking about. Yeah. That is the dumbest crap I have heard in a long time. And I will say this much. For a guy who is falling off a cliff, as they say, who is not worth the money, I believe he was the fifth most yards last year. I believe he was. I believe he still had 1,000 yards with the torn PCL, with an offensive line that was terrible. And I dare say you're going to see him rebound this year. Then again, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job, a voodoo doll, and a bunch of fish in the backyard. Right, guys? It's funny when they don't know that I'm coming. When I first came down here, I came up this way instead of going over the rock. And they didn't see me at first. They're all swimming around. And it's crazy because one or two of them realizes I'm here and they make a straight line for it, and it's like they all line up. They're all swimming towards you like, uh-oh, it's time to get fed. Look at them. Look at them. They know. They know. We don't have dogs anymore. All we got is the fish. I hope you guys are having a great day, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the live stream in a little bit. Peace.